Part 2 of last video, drinking in the woods. Update. You might be wondering how I get the alcohol down at nighttime if it's large amounts, because by 2 years it is way too much. We're talking a liter at bedtime. Well, if I have such a stomach issue, how could I get that? Now, I don't finish the liter, I just guzzle until I pass out. But how do I guzzle it? It's not easy, and I only can do it at nighttime, and I can't do it anymore, and I should have never done it in the first place, and it only helped the neurological disorder and allowed me to walk out of the woods so I wouldn't die, but also then I would be very sick to my stomach, so it makes my stomach worse. Didn't make it better, but I always made sure I had food in me and things to absorb it. That was the first trick. Make sure you have like lots of crackers and things ready to go to absorb the alcohol so you don't get an ulcer or something. Make sure you have no aspirin or anything. You can't do this with that. You got to make sure your stomach is ready to absorb the alcohol. Also, I make sure to use plenty of light electrolytes. Like what I do is I mix Gatorade with water, and then I end up just taking the alcohol. I kind of hold my nose. I drink the alcohol. I guzzle. You go, 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 go. Stop. Gatorade, go, 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 go. Okay. Take deep breath. Vodka, go, 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 go. Gatorade, go, 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 go. Deep breath. Okay. Vodka, go, 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 go. Gatorade, go, 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 go. Okay, deep breath. And then your stomach will start hurting. Cracker, 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 cracker. No salt, no salt cracker, no salt cracker, no salt cracker, graham cracker, no salt cracker, graham cracker. Okay, one more. Go, 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 go. Gatorade, go, 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 go. Deep breath. Cracker, 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 graham cracker, graham cracker. Okay, pass the fuck out and see if I can get up in the morning. Wake up with the bottle of vodka like a teddy bear in your arms, all capped up. Oh, hell, fuck, okay. Well, I can't drink this. Oh, yeah, my stomach really fuck it up. Okay. And also, don't forget, I use the water and the electrolytes so you don't get a hangover. And it's worked every time. I've never woken up hangover from this. Never once. But my stomach doesn't feel better than it did the night before. I've had it worse, though. The pills and the Epicac and the things my mother was giving me, way worse than um, trying to drink bought a liter of vodka. But this was after a tolerance from years too. So, and I never finished the liter. I never ever finished the liter. It always was handed to a sick person in the morning. No, I can't drink in the morning, by the way, and I could save it. Sometimes I buried it under the ground and I'll go back to it. But if it was only a little bit left in the bottle, who is sick this morning and can't move? Oh, I'm doing. Yeah, yeah, you're a real alcoholic. Here, take my bottle. I can't drink in the morning. It takes me hours. I have to go up and warm up. I have to go in Dunkin' Donuts. I have to hustle money, get some food, coffee, and then I can go get my first nip so my body seems better. But if I do not have any alcohol left in my system, if I can't drink it either, I can't stomach it in the morning, then I am a shaking, seizing mess during childhood and during an adulthood with alcohol or without alcohol is going to be a problem. Now, alcohol is just a band aid, but the cut gets bigger. That is not a solution. Now, I made that decision years ago. Yeah, I can have a beer. Yeah. But even about 3 years ago, I don't even want, I don't know, my stomach is just too bad. I no. Alcohol, pineapple juice, I like, but that's a replacement for alcohol. Um, that type of stuff burns my stomach a little bit. Tomato sauce, stuff like that. I probably shouldn't be drinking a glass of tomato juice. Like that's probably not a good idea. And a lot of my alcohol replacements are tomato juice, pineapple juice, because they're so rough on the stomach. It reminds me why I don't drink. So when I'm out with friends and they want me to order booze, and I thought I really would want to feel better right now, I just order a healthy glass of tomato juice or pineapple juice, but it still burns the fuck out of my stomach. Just like the alcohol does. Even if I had a beer, it would do the same thing. Doesn't matter what I do. And my esophagus gets burned too. But this happens with a lot of stuff, and my mother was making it worse with lots of pills. I mean, she gave me a full bottle of Epicac as a punishment, so we know that my stomach is ruined by my mother. And I should never drink or really shouldn't be drinking much for pineapple or tomato juice either. But once a year, if I'm out with friends, I can order a tomato juice and sip on it like it's an alcoholic drink. Just have them stick a thing of celery in it. That's all. Or pineapple juice. It tastes so awful. It burns my stomach a little bit. It's very close to me drinking. And it has a lot of vitamins to boost me that I usually don't get. So, hey, I'll feel better too. So it works the same way, but I don't have to worry about feeling worse the next day. I have to feel like I get a little upset stomach and then it's over with. That's it. Over. And that reminds me also why I don't drink by ordering that when other people are drinking. I also like when they throw everything in a blender because then my stomach doesn't have to hurt. You just throw all the vegetables in a blender, throw some juice in there that's like vegetable juice. Yeah, throw some tomato juice in there and then give it to me. Yeah, celery. Yeah. What else you got? You got some spinach? Sure. You got pineapple juice? I don't know. No, tomato juice. What else you got? Olives? Yeah, throw the olives in too. Throw the olives in, yeah. Make it all into a liquid. I want a liquid. How much you owe? Oh, that's quite a bit. What, $22? Really? Oh, I should have shut my mouth. Oh, okay. No, I got the money. I want to have you do all that. Like I said, whatever the most expensive drink on the list is, just charge me for that. But I didn't realize some of these drinks go up to $22. Oh, no, not the $100 wine menu. No, I can't do $100 for that. But I would tell them that in advance. Yeah, well, see this drink right here, $22? Yeah, just charge me for that and put a bunch of shit in a blender. But that doesn't always work. So sometimes you just got to order tomato juice with celery. But this is some of the tricks I do to not drink today. Back when I was living homeless in the woods, that's a big issue that has to be solved. My neurological disorder. You can't just have a seizure in the woods and expect to stay alive. And my father just wants me living like that. That's his solution. I keep his secret, and then I just live in the woods like a monkey. Um, he doesn't realize how his decisions have affected me. I don't think he ever did. Like moving me when I was in Texas, I don't think he realized he had to cut off all my medical care and teachers. I don't think he really cared. I don't think he really thought about what he was doing. I think he just let his wife make all the decisions and he supported her. And when things went bad, he just turned his back and looked the other way. And now that I'm like, hey, I didn't get an education, a roof over my head. I didn't get to keep my health. I don't get to ever work, collect my social security, use a shelter, drive, and that's from choices you made. He's like, "No, it's not. No, it's not. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. No, it's not. No, it's not." Dad, I can tell you the facts. There are papers out there, people. This is a long coming. This is not something new to you. This isn't something like, oh my God, how did I not see? No, it's you should have already been aware that things that your wife was doing was weird, unusual, and had weird consequences that maybe you didn't want to pay attention to. Because I'm the one that has to pay for the consequences of your actions. Yes, you just shifted all this to me. That's all. If you took responsibility for your actions, oh boy, would you guys not like that. If you guys took responsibility for my health at age 8, like you were supposed to, my mother would have had to go to a psych ward. I would have had to go back in the DS8. You would have a whole black mark on your family. The whole family would be like, ha ha ha, your wife just poisoned a child. But instead, they just put everything on me, let me suffer, let me be the lightning rod of the family, just kept me moving, kept the crimes going, did more illegal stuff. And that's what my mother was doing. It was very clear that things were not going well, weird things were happening, horrible things were happening. There was lots of pills. My mother even admitted to giving me a full bottle of Epicac right in front of my father multiple times, and he didn't bat an eye. Yeah, I give my son extra medications as punishment, so what? And my father's over there not even batting an eye about it. That tells you everything you need to know right there. Now, I have brought this to him, and I think he's a good person. I think he's in denial, and he doesn't want to deal with his responsibilities. It's like when you catch a kid, stealing from the cookie jar, and he doesn't want to say that he stole the cookie. Or it's like when a guy asked you to bring him to get a pack of cigarettes. He says, "Can you bring me to get a pack of cigarettes to the convenience store?" And you say, "Sure." He goes in the convenience store, comes out with a big wad of cash, gets in the car and says, "Go, go, go, quick, quick." And you leave. You ask him about the money. He says, "I found it on the ground." You drop him off at his house. You go home. The next week or so, you do nothing about it. Then the cops come knocking at your door. What did you do wrong? Tell me. Tell me. Do you know what you did wrong? Because it's the same thing my father did wrong. Can you tell? Can you tell what you did wrong in that scenario? I can tell you. You didn't go inside the store to check. There's suspicious activity, and you were just the getaway driver for a hit and run. There's a guy shot and bleeding behind that counter wanting help, and he didn't get help because you didn't question what was going on in your car. And that's the same problem my father has. He doesn't understand what he did wrong. Well, I just gave a ride to my friend. No, you just were part of a murder and you were the getaway driver. You just helped somebody rob a convenience store and now you're covering up their mistake. Did you give him a ride? Well, yes. Did he have money in his hand? Did he say anything to you? Like, go, 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 get out of here. Did he tell you where that money came from? Did you get any receipts? Did you see him with the money when he went in? And then what do you choose? Do you choose to continue going along with your friend's lie? No! He found the money. I don't want to. I'm not telling you nothing. Or do you go, well, no, it's very suspicious. Yeah, he came out of the store with a lot of money. I thought something was suspicious, but I didn't want to deal with it. But yeah, I think he stole from the store. It's the same problem my father has. It's very obvious that something was very, very wrong, but yet he doesn't want to deal with it. He wants to sit at home until the police come knocking. And that's actually the crime he's committing. It's not the armed robbery. It's allowing the guy to bleed to death and not telling anybody that somebody just robbed the store. You know that somebody robbed the store. People don't come running out of the store with money. People don't say, go, go, go. You know something's wrong. But you are just sitting at home going, it's probably just fine. I don't want to deal with it. It's not my problem. Yes, it is your problem. It sucks. It sucks that these situations happen in life where people lie to you or they try to cover up their crime or they use you. But yes, my mother lied to my father, used him, and my father knew. He knew something was wrong, but he didn't want to handle it. He didn't, even when his wife was acting completely insane, being very, very hurtful to a child. I mean, stealing this child's swimming medals away. We're talking about smacking him around in the face with rulers. We're talking about him getting sick every Halloween like clockwork. We're talking about pills everywhere. We're talking about the wife being drunk and high. And yes, she was high on opiates occasionally with alcohol too. Something my father couldn't even pick up on. I don't understand how my father didn't pick up on all the things his wife was doing. But because he's the getaway driver, he doesn't want to deal with it. He doesn't want to deal with his friend's shit. That's his friend, and he doesn't want to deal with his friend's shit. That's my father, and my father doesn't want to deal with his wife's shit. Now she's gone, so he can just bury it. 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 I don't care. Let Zach die. Bury it. Bury it. Bury it. I don't want anybody knowing my little secret. Bury it. Bury it. Bury it. Bury it. Bury it. But there's paperwork. There's people getting hurt. There's lots of evidence. Teachers mentioned it. There's childhood doctors when the change actually happened. There's so much out there. Plus, I can't make this shit up, and I never told it. I'm not a storyteller. I'm not somebody to make up lies. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you listen to my mother or father, or if you read any reports that my mother and father paid to be put into my medical file through psychiatrists, yeah, that's maybe. I don't know how much my mother's lies were written down, but the stuff I was hearing from her mouth, I was constantly in the psychiatrist's office saying, Mom, stop lying about me. Stop lying. Stop lying about me. Stop lying. And then my mother would say, he's lying. He's lying. He's lying. I don't know what the doctors thought of that. What did a doctor prescribing 6 different meds with a kid complaining of tics and other problems? There's lots and lots of health issues. And then the mother's just going on fairy tale land, stealing this swimming medal was stolen. I won that in the orphanage. I treaded water. Don't take that away from me. That's my medal. Please, please don't take my accomplishment away. I worked hard for that. And then my mother goes, no, it's not, to the doctor. No, he has attachment disorder. No, he makes up fantasies. He lies. He's also a thief. Yes, 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 yes. He's also trying to hurt me by putting his name on everything. I know this for sure. I know this for sure, is what my mother tells the doctor. Meanwhile, I'm crying in the corner that my medal from St. Anne's Orphanage, when they brought me to the YMCA, that medal's now taken away from me. The orphanage was trying to boost my self-esteem, and now my mother's trying to get me drugged, hurt, and she's destroying my self-esteem. So keep that in mind when I talk about these videos.